fans, and welcome to Yardley, Pennsylvania.
To do a little racing, about 500 miles. My thoughts of embracing speed around the old Beacon Junior and sending them home.
How about it, ladies and gentlemen? Here we're shifting gears, and we're not talking Richard either.
No.
We have to feel the need for speed out there. America's Mechanic in high gear now.
Hitting the high line.
Man, you got the memo to wear black there on Country Music Day with John R. Cash.
Yeah,
we're good.
But it's season is opening now this weekend at New Egypt. It broke out last weekend in Bridgeport, a couple other places. We'll speak about our local tracks here. Bridgeport is in New Egypt, Maple Grove.
Springtime, the sun isn't going down until after 7 o'clock, and it's looking pretty good.
Yeah. The weather this weekend for both of these tracks are going to be fantastic. I can't wait to get down there already.
Looks pretty good. Yeah, we got
83.
Next couple of days look pretty good, mid-60s.
Well, Saturday's supposed to be 79 to 83, depending on who you listen to.
Yeah.
So that's like perfect. Yeah, perfect for me.
So a lot of stuff going on, and I think people are feeling a little better about everything now.
Yeah. It was a little chilly, I heard, down at Bridgeport, but they did put on a great show. We had the winner of the race down on last night, the great Stuart Friesen. Nick did a great job interviewing him for Wide Open Wednesday. Stuart he runs NASCAR trucks. He runs everything. I mean, him and Kyle Larson do a lot of the same stuff. It was a great interview. If you caught it last night, great. If not,
Nick's got the broadcasting bug now, huh?
Yeah,
so we got into it.
Yeah, we got it on our Facebook pages. Wide Open Wednesday. You can listen to it last night. Watch it. Actually, you can watch it because we haven't. Our WBCB has it on their YouTube channel. I'm going to put it on my America's Mechanic channel as soon as I get back to the office. It was just a great interview. And Stuart is such a great guy. And, a lot of people, because he wins a lot. When you get to winners, people are like, hey, he's spoiled. Yeah. No, he's a down to earth. He works on the cars. He does. He's a true racer.
Yeah, but he's been on the other end of it, where maybe he's shunned or whatever. So he treats people pretty well. And at times, but
I think it's just genuine.
Yeah, genuine, and he's forthcoming. I don't have any secrets here. Take me as I am, or whatever.
He runs hard. There's a few guys like that. I mean, I see like Ryan Go Down and Billy Pouch Jr. They live in racing. That's what their main job is. Stuart's. He's actually in charge of Safe Light Autoglass. So racing.
Safe Light replace.
Yep. So there's no windshields in those cars. Oh, excuse me, but
that's all right.
He spends a lot of time at the track and giving up a lot of his life for it. He deserves what he gets.
You know what? It doesn't really matter walk of life. It's the same people at the same. Some are really nice and others could care less. So
and some people just want to talk bad all the time.
So
I don't go for that. I see it on the Facebook pages for the racetracks, especially with Wall Stadium. I don't know how people trash Wall Stadium so bad. It's such a nice track.
I don't get I don't get stuff like that either. But maybe somebody just. It was just the wrong day, whatever. But
I don't know. These people live that way.
But if you go a lot,
same people day in day out, maybe it'll block me off that page. But but I don't answer back. But maybe if they're listening now, they'll block not Wall, the people that bitch all the time.
Yeah.
So
it's just that's the kind of people they attract is just whining all the time.
Yeah. I mean, you get them in on. I see it on the New Egypt page. I see it on the Bridgeport page. And it's like, don't you have anything else to do? It's racing. It's fun.
That's you're trying to take all the fun out of it.
Yeah. It's like you gotta look. If you always look for something bad, you're gonna find it.
Right. So yeah. That's right. You're right. I mean,
look for the good.
Yeah.
Look for the good.
That's right. I mean,
sometimes it doesn't work out that way. You get rained out, or somebody get somebody. And
how dare you get in the way of my enjoyment? It's what you're saying.
Just leave me alone. Let me have my happy.
Yeah, right. I mean,
I see what happens behind the scenes now that I've been involved with this, and some of the guys that are behind the scenes, and it's a business.
Yes, it is.
It's a business, so
It's hard.
some
It's
decisions
hard work.
have to be made.
It's very hard work, and you could be going.
You don't get rich by doing any
No,
of this.
no.
I don't care what position you are in, and whether you own the track or whether you're just a driver.
You have to get lucky every once in a while, but hey,
You can do well if you
Yeah.
if you manage it the right way, like the Pouches or some of the other big runners. But that's what they do. It's pouch racing.
yeah,
They race. They get involved with development. They get involved with different aspects of the track.
they're all in.
Yeah, they're all in.
Yep.
They have their own racing thing.
Yeah.
So, but for the most part, you get guys like me.
Yeah.
I'm
They get-
just out there running.
People are people who say they don't care are mad at people that do care.
Right.
Right. So, I don't get
Yeah.
that. I don't get.
Yeah, I mean, I see people trashing Chris Moore, and those guys down at Bridgeport, and
Yeah.
some,
But to his face, no, probably not.
maybe
You know,
not.
No, probably not.
Probably not. I wouldn't.
No.
I don't bitch anyway.
No.
But, just bitch about bitchers.
Yes. Bitchers and the bitchies.
Yep. So this week at Bridgeport is the points opener. So you're going to have the modifieds. You got the mass sprint cars, the Mid Atlantic Sprint Series, and Sportsman, Northeast Wingless Sprints, Street Stocks, and 4 cylinders. So you got a pretty full card going on down there. Georgetown's down in Delaware. They're having the Coop Memorial.
That's a good racing spot, Georgetown, Delaware.
It is. It's a nice track.
It is. It is.
I haven't been on the inside. I've been past it a couple times when I go down North
Yeah.
Carolina, and I'm like, I'm going to get there one of these days.
Yeah,
There's a lot of big names run down there.
They were big. It was people used to go down there a lot. I mean, we used to carry races on on Dover a lot.
Yeah.
I never thought in a million years we'd have an audience for that, listening to a race, but we did, and so we kept getting sponsors, so we kept doing it.
From your lips to God's ears, because we have it now.
Yeah. Well, that was different. That's 40. That's 40 years ago now, so it's a while.
40 years. It was like the heyday to me. From what I remember, the heyday of racing was probably late 60s, 70s, but everybody has their own era.
Yeah.
I mean, I've followed it all the way up until the mid 80s, but it seemed like the heyday for my crowd of people, my group of people, was from the late 60s when I was a kid up until 75, 1980 actually. I was I was at the 79 championship race up at Syracuse. I was just watching some of the old videos from that, when Jumpin' Jack Johnson won that one. And then 1980 was, I didn't go to that one, but Gary Ballou just took off with everything. He had the Batmobile, which what they called the Batmobile, was Kenny Weld designed this car, totally different than anything else. And it just ran away. And so...
I've seen a lot of shows, ESPN and Fox run a lot of racing shows, information, where they're going to be, who's going to be in, who's going to be out, who's doing what, who isn't doing what. I mean, I never saw anything like that yet.
Yeah, nowadays, we have a lot of channels. We have Gear Network. I watch a lot of the motorsports, the MAV network. Nick subscribes to the Dirt Track Digest and Flow Racing. I signed up for Flow Racing, but I haven't really caught on to, watching anything yet. Yeah. Because we seem to have something else to do. But, but this weekend, I will be at New Egypt. Nick and I will be down there, and it's Nick's triumphant return to being the announcer, and he's going to be up in the Diamond Suite with Pistol Pete.
All right.
And doing a lot of announcing and doing some heat winners, and him and I will be going around interviewing some people.
Do you feel sometimes, Fred, a couple of good races can sort of set the tone for the whole season?
Yes.
Is there a certain kind of karma or something that goes with that? I mean, all of a sudden you got what we saw the other night will maybe bring people for the next one, and then on and on and on. Sometimes there's been other years where it's been really good, and it was okay.
Yeah, I mean, I can speak as a fan. If I'm going down this Saturday and it's a hell of a race, I'm going to go down next Saturday.
Yeah. Okay.
If it's not so much, maybe I'll try Bridgeport, or maybe I'll hit Maple Grove or something. Do something different. But if New Egypt puts on a hell of a show, people will be more inclined to come back. Yeah,
okay.
The fan will be more inclined to come back.
So there is carryover. I didn't, there's a certain psychology to it. And, once that wave starts, boy, it can be really exciting.
Yeah, and some of the things that between Bridgeport and New Egypt, which I tried to touch on a couple times in previous weeks, but we all got sidetracked. The engine development, they're going to let the modifieds run the 525 GM motors, which is a great engine.
Yeah.
It's a lot cheaper than the bigger motors that they've been forcing to run.
Yeah.
So a lot of guys can get into it. It doesn't sound cheap, but the motors that they're running now probably average $16,000.
Yeah.
And you probably go through 2 or 3 a year, where the 525s are running down into the about $9,000, $9,000. So that's going to be good.
Yeah.
Hopefully that the more crowds. I think we're going to see more crowds. Hopefully that leads to bigger payouts for the drivers, more car counts. And the bigger payouts will lead to more car counts.
Yeah.
So another thing I was talking to some other people that are in the know, that are in the crate sportsmans and stuff, and they would like to see a little more equalization in the payouts, because the modifieds are right now they're the marquee.
Rising tide, all boats kind of thing. Yeah.
But the pay disparity is pretty significant to those guys. I'm speaking from those guys.
Still the star system then, right? Or kind of. Yeah.
It's the modifieds.
Yeah.
Bring in.
X amount of dollars.
Yeah, but the sportsmen are almost. The sportsman crates are just about equal to them.
Yeah.
Bringing people in, bringing the cars in, the fans and all this stuff. They probably should be a little closer, if not equal, with the pay with the modifieds, because people are coming to see them just as much as the modifieds.
Right. Yeah, and if weather holds up too, that's even better. You don't have to postpone everybody. That's always that's always a good sign. You're in the right place.
The weather was really brutal last year, so Egypt and Bridgeport lost a lot of momentum last year.
Yeah.
And once you get a few of those rainouts, it's hard to get that momentum back. And then it was just like you'd get 3 or 4 good shows, and then there'd be another 2 weeks of rain.
Yeah.
And you just couldn't get it going. So hopefully this weekend is a nice indicator of what's going to happen this year.
Yeah.
Because this is the top-notch weekend.
Right, and then you get and the more the chances, the more running you get, the more chances you get some excitement, some drama. Close photo finishes kind of stuff. You're hoping for a little drama in there.
Yep. Nick will be back to provide some of that. Provide some of the entertainment.
If there isn't any, he'll find some. I'm sure he will.
No, not the drama, just the excitement. Excitement. Last year when we went, he did the match races. He was like a guest down there, and they asked him to do the match races, and it was the whole vibe of the crowd turned right around as soon as they saw Nick.
Yeah,
it was amazing. I was glad. I was out in this infield taking video of him doing it. It was fantastic.
Yeah, well, some people have that kind of little magic about it.
He's got it.
All right, bring him on. You're up with Fred. Go ahead.
Hey, Fred. How you doing?
Hey, what's going on, Nick?
Not a whole lot.
This is Nick Marco, not Nitro Nick Leach.
Oh, Nick's 1 and 2. Okay.
Yeah. All right. So anyway, that show last night was great.
Fantastic.
Stuart's a hell of a guy, and I didn't realize he's been in the truck series for 10 years, 8 to 10 years. I didn't think it was that long, but I think that this season he's got a few more people on board, and so the team is gelling and it's sinking.
Yeah.
And it's all coming together. I mean, he's qualifying a lot better. He's run up in the top 5, top 3 every race, even the road courses. Mm-hmm. So it's going to be a good year for him. I hope he does well.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but I heard you talking about the Batmobile. That car, Kenny Weld was a genius.
Oh yeah.
And he got the rule book, and he read in between the lines and built a car that was legal because it wasn't in the rules.
Mm-hmm.
So he built a car for what's not in the rule book. And the car qualified on the pole and by seconds. It wasn't thousandths of a second. And he just walked away with the race. And after that race, Dirt banned that car.
Yeah.
Because it was so fast.
Yeah, yeah.
So that they had to take a closer look at the rule book.
Yeah, I watched that 80 race yesterday of Syracuse, and it seemed like as soon as the green flag went down, it was gone. He had a half a straightaway. Only Gary Ballou could run that like that too. He was out totally out there.
And Gary's a great driver when he drove for the Ferrari. He won a ton of races. So it's a very he's a great driver.
Oh yeah.
And he's down in Florida. I think he's running some late model stuff down there. But,
I was watching a documentary on him a couple months ago. They had it on Mav TV with Gary doing some interviews and stuff. And yeah, he was a colorful character. My dad used to tell me some stories about them.
Yep.
And yeah, so they had definitely some colorful characters in the sport here, and he was one of them.
Yeah, definitely. So I think it could be a good season locally.
Yeah.
With New Egypt running this week in the Super Dirt Series, I think that'll be pretty good. It's going to be a great weekend weather-wise for that. Bridgeport running the same night, so some people might not be at New Egypt because they'll be at Bridgeport.
Right.
But, they're both running the same night, so it is what it is.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, you get there's still be some good people. I mean, New Egypt's got a pretty good payout too at 7,500 and 75 laps.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be a good draw. You get some good names there. I mean, you'll probably see like the Yankowski there and go down will probably be there. I'm not sure about some of the others, but I think Stort's going to be there. Stort will be there. Stort Friesen.
Stort will be there. I think all the New York guys.
Yeah.
Because the tracks up there aren't running yet. Utica, Rome, and Fonda, they're not running yet. So you'll have the New York Invasion. Plus, it's the Super Dirt Series that they pays well, and so they'll get a lot of cars there.
Yeah.
So
yeah, but, you going to be ready for May 10th for yours?
I should be.
Pictures look good.
Yeah, thanks. I mean, it might just be a yellow car, but Bruce knows that it's just about done. He told me before he's 4 weeks out, and that was 2 weeks ago. Mm-hmm. So I think the timing of everything might just fall into place, that the car's going to be done, then it goes to him, or he comes to me and get the lettering done, and then put it up on the scales and get it dialed in. Because I have no idea where that car is on the scales right now, so that has to be done too.
I'm assuming mine's okay. I've never put it on any kind of scale or anything, so I have to get it broke out. But
so a couple of things I like to talk with you about. The throwback. So for Darlington, the Wood Brothers are going to have a totally different paint scheme, and you think NASCAR throwbacks saw what the NASCAR cars used to look like.
Mm-hmm.
Well, back in 1965 at the Indianapolis 500, a guy named Jimmy Clark came in a green Lotus, number 82, and he won the 500, and the Wood Brothers were on his pit crew.
Wow.
So the Wood Brothers are going to have the throwback car, the green and yellow car that Jimmy Clark had for the Indy 500.
Okay.
So that'll be their throwback car this year, which I think is pretty cool.
Yeah, I love the throwback stuff.
Died young in a crash.
That year,
yeah. He was really a star.
Year,
big star.
That year was the first year that the rear-engine cars came in, and after 1965, there were no more roadsters at Indy. You might have had some, like Jim Hurtubise probably brought one out, but that was the first year of the rear-engine cars, and after that, that's just how it went.
Yeah.
So, but
cool.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens with the throwback at Darlington. I'm really anxious to see that car because it's not a throwback NASCAR car. It's it's a whole different paint scheme.
Right.
So anxious to see that.
Yeah.
So see what else we have. Another guy it's a guy named Scott Fricks. I never met him yet, but he'll be driving the 3 Gremlin statewide cars.
Okay.
For us for the vintage. So I'm anxious to meet him and. He'll throw it right into us. He drove the Ray List number 10 years ago.
Oh, I remember that. That was a pretty car too. Ray always had nice cars. Yeah.
So he's got our mentality, and it'd be pretty cool to have that.
Yeah,
so.
And we put on a good show on May 10th down there. Then, all 6 runs down there, but May 10th is our first one and my first one ever. So I'm really excited for that. I actually got in and out of my car Saturday. I was getting in and out because I put the seat in after Randy Leonard got fixed it up for me, and I was running all the new plumbing and stuff for the fire suppression system. So I actually had to get in there. So I had to figure out a way in. I got in there though.
Right.
But so I'm just about ready.
Yeah, well, that's good.
Make sure you honk if you honky tonk.
Yeah.
Yeah, it takes some practice getting in and out. I mean, you have to find the right bars to grab on and a way to twist your body and contort it to get in, and same getting out.
Yeah, I don't twist as well as you do.
A chubby checker over here.
When I look and I see guys and I'm like, they got in that car, I can get in my car.
Yeah.
Some of those cars are tight. It's like you have to be a contortionist to get in there.
Oh,
The twists and turns and where the feet are going and what you're holding on to. And if you slip on a bar, then you're going to bang your head. So you have to be careful getting in and out.
I was worried about getting stuck halfway in, halfway out.
Slim Fast might be a future sponsor.
I've
You
been
never
working
know.
on it. I've gotten better.
The thing about that, Fred, is that you practice getting in and out when nobody's around.
That's what it was. That was Sunday. I shouldn't say that because if I'm there this Sunday, people are going to come in and get entertained.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, right. That's cheap entertainment and a lot of laughs.
yeah, let's watch Fred get in and out of his car.
We get Fred Fletcher shoehorns. It'd be a great giveaway.
Yeah. So, but,
Yeah.
it's a good season. We talked a little bit about Formula One last night briefly, and I know that's the international scene, and we focus more on the local stuff. But with Formula One, it's in the U.S. They had one race for years and years. I was at Watkins Glen, and now the U.S. has 3 different Grand Prix races, Formula One races. I think the first one's down in Miami on a street course, and then they have the U.S. Grand Prix at COTA, the Circuit of Americas in Austin, Texas, and then Vegas. The Vegas race is in November, and it's on 11 o'clock at night. So it is under the lights. So
At least it'll be a little cooler.
Yeah, man. A little quicker.
Oh, yeah. But so the younger generation is getting more excited about Formula One. And if you ever look at a Formula One race, the crowds, I mean, the stadiums and the bleachers are filled. So it's a world-class event or events. But in the U.S., I mean, from 1 race to 3 races now, and it's like a younger group. Some of my children's friends watch Formula One because it's the jet set, and you drink your tea with your pinky up, and
Yeah, forget that. Nope, we're garage beer drinking.
Ah,
Yeah, we drink garage
right.
beer and get dirt and
that's right.
spit nails.
In a dirty glass.
beer and belts.
Yep.
All right.
So, all right, Nick. Well, we got the other Nick online.
Yep.
He's hanging on, waiting for us. And
All right. Well,
thanks for
take
calling
care.
in.
We'll talk soon.
All right,
All
Nick.
right. I'll talk to you
Alrighty.
later. All right, see you.
Bye-bye.
Nick Marco Polo. Yeah, there you go. So
He's never heard that before.
never. I'm sure never. We've heard of the other guy though.
Yeah,
Nick's 1 and 2
there we go.
in the fast lane. There you go. Hello.
Oh,
Yo,
what's going on?
not much.
I got your request in today, so don't be yelling at me. So I got it done for you.
Yes, you did, and she is very happy.
So am I.
Marianne had some country requests, and Jim took care of her like pronto.
There
Jim
you go.
Bob on the job. That's me.
Yes. So she's in love with you, James.
Oh
Watch
wow.
out.
There you go.
So, but yeah, I mean,
I'm out. I fixed her car. She was in love with me. Now it's
That's
back
right.
Jim.
Yeah. What can I tell you?
Marianne loves everybody. Marianne's a good person. So. But speaking of getting in and out of cars, one night my brother told me, he was get in the car, we're going to bleed the brakes. Okay. So I'm having a hard time getting in there. I get in there, I can't get out. I go, how the hell am I going to get out of this car? He goes, well, you ain't got to worry about it. He walks out of the garage and shuts the lights off, Fred, leaves me in the car. I said, what are you doing? He comes back 5 minutes later. He goes, you ain't got out yet? He goes, I figured you'd find a way to get out in the dark. I said, no. Yeah. He had to put a little stool on the outside of the car so I could get out. He goes, well, I guess you ain't going to be a race car driver. I said, I guess not.
Yeah,
I'll never forget that.
yeah, that's a good one. Sounds like something my dad would do.
And then another time, we're pushing the car out, and somebody left the oil pan underneath the car. I had a brand new pair of Pumas on.
Oh.
My mom called me for high school. I stepped right into the pan, ruined my sneakers. You got a nice phone call from Mom after that.
Yeah.
You didn't pay the sneakers. I just paid $25 for them sneakers. Look at them. They're destroyed. Well, you had to buy me a brand new pair of sneakers.
Yeah. Well, now they call him Slick Nick, right? So.
Yeah. But now we had a great show last night. Stuart Friesen was very accommodating to us, and that's just definitely a home run there with him. And all the people that we've had so far have been very, very good to us. And
The word of mouth is happening.
yeah, I mean, and this week going into Egypt is going to be fun because we're going to have access to everybody, and we're going to be able to talk to a lot of people. So Yeah, it's really good, and Maple Grove's starting to take off now. The weather's getting better, and we're going to have a lot of things happening from this point on. And I can't wait to get to the track, talk to the people, and yeah, we're going to have some fun.
Buzz around in the golf cart.
Which had a good weekend, weather-wise. So
the weather-wise.
So we're,
somewhere around 80, give or take.
That'll
a couple
be great.
Degrees.
That's right.
I'm on it.
Yeah. We're gonna have to put an extra seat in the back. My niece is gonna be working the camera for the e-races and stuff.
Okay.
Fred's gonna sit on the back so I can make sure everybody knows who Fred is and ride around with us. And
He's America's mechanic, ladies and gentlemen. So.
Absolutely. So yeah, it'll be cool. And Chris has got a lot of neat things that he's starting to do down there, fan participation stuff. So I'm sure I'll be included in a lot of that stuff. So that's only going to put a shot in the arm for us. And we'll get to meet all the people that listen to the show, Fred. So that'll be cool.
Oh yeah, yep. Looking forward
to
it.
Certain kind of vibe going here. It's
going to be a good year. I can just tell it's going to be a good year all the way down.
Yep.
So,
all right. Well, I know you ain't got much time left. I'll let you get some sponsors in or whatever you got to get in, and I'll talk to you later, Fred.
All righty.
Talk to you, Nick.
Talk to you in a bit.
All right. See you, Jim. Thank you.
Talk to you. Okay. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Yeah, it seemed a little down today for some reason, but just me.
But we were talking about New Egypt, that we're going to be down there. So if anybody wants to meet us, or if you're so inclined, we'll make it worth your while. Come on down to New Egypt Speedway. It's called Power in the Pines. It's a super dirt car series. You got the big block modifieds, 602 crate sportsman, and the 4-cylinders, which near and dear to my heart since I sponsor Dom Antonelli's. Now it's called the Flamingo car. Mm-hmm. He's got me all logoed up. His blue Mustang with the flamingos on there. And,
oh, baby.
So hopefully...
Got a merger going there.
Yeah.
Not bad.
No, we sponsor him. I'm giving Glenn McIntyre. He runs in the modifieds, and he's gonna put a couple of logos on mine, so I'm gonna sponsor some of Glenn's car.
Nice.
And he'll go along with his other ones.
That's how you help each other out. Yeah?
That's how we help each other out, and I helped Dom. He's got a new engine. He's breaking out. He painted the engine block pink too.
Yeah.
So
I'll tell you.
I feel really honored.
I'll tell you one thing I learned. There's a lot difference between Nick Marco and Slick Nick. There.
Well, you get us all together.
And the engine and the dynamic.
Nick Marco is a little subdued on the air here, but you get us together, we have a good time.
Yeah,
when we were shooting videos about a month or so ago at the studio, all three of us were there, and we were having such a hoot.
Yeah,
so, it was a great time.
Everybody loving the broadcast business these days.
Yeah,
it's a lot of fun.
Out there talking racing is what we're. It's what we're loving.
So we got the fingers crossed here with some interviews and people. I think people are now. Getting the interviews now, people are kind of expecting it.
I know a lot of people
more accessible
are hanging
now.
out waiting for us to come on the air. So that means a lot to me.
That's right. Who is this America's mechanic guy?
Yeah, it means a lot to me on both on all chords.
Well, that's good that they want to talk about it, promote it, and
We're going to get people in the stands. We'll get the tracks behind us here, and
maybe a little drama on the track every once in a while. Some tight finishes there, but photos.
It's always good. It's always good. Nice, good racing. No fist fights, just good racing.
That's right.
It gets a little spicy out there once in a while, but it's all right.
That's right. And you malcontents can take the week off if you want.
We rinse it down with some garage beer, and we're all good.
Nice. There you go. It's all about the need for speed, right?
Need for speed. And this episode, again, brought to you by Sage Chiropractic, 123 North Sycamore Street in beautiful downtown Newtown, Pennsylvania. Give them a call, 215-497-0700, and that'll help you get in and out of your car.
There you go.
Listening to 1490 WBCB and on your FM dial at 107.3 W297CL Levittown.
AP News. Good morning, I'm Ed Donahue. The Department of Health and Human Services has announced it will cut 10,000 jobs as part of a major restructuring plan. The economy grew at a healthy pace